Amorim bomber, ladies and gentlemen. So according to the Daily Mail, Amorim have told INEOS, go all in, leave no stone unturned, flex your muscle at the biggest club in England, and bid and get me Carlos Baleba. Even if you don't get me a new goalkeeper, even if Onana have to stay, I need Carlos Baleba in that midfield. I need his tenacity, his energy, his ball carrying skills, and his intensity. That's what I need, even if you have to sacrifice getting me a goalkeeper this season. Whoo! So, people, is that a right call? Is it right for Amorim to push INEOS to bid for almost 100 million, because Brighton want almost 100 million for a 22-year-old, even if we have to sacrifice getting a goalkeeper this season? To me, I've said it, even though we signed all these very good players and we don't replace Onana, that is calamity calling. Because Onana have shown for the past 2 seasons that he has nothing to offer Manchester United. He is full of mistakes. He is full of doom. He is full of calamity. But Amorim says, even though you don't get me a new goalkeeper, get me Carlos Baleba. What do you think? Is it a good call? Is it a good move? Or is it a mistake? Is it risky going into the new season with Onana as number one? Tell me what you think, people. I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. If we don't replace Onana and we get all these players, we are inviting doom and calamity to ourselves. If you want me to say it again, I will say it again. If you ask me again, I would say try and bid for Donnarumma, try to bid for Carlos Baleba and see what we could get. I want us to replace Onana. Carlos Baleba could, might, or will wait for next season, but I want Onana replaced. That's where I stand. A lot of you might want to get Baleba and don't get a goalkeeper. It's your choice, but this is where I stand. Onana have showed us that he can't be our number one. I know that even, there was a rumor, not a rumor, when Amorim came in, the first thing he told INEOS, intensity. I need players with intensity. And if you look at our midfield, there is no intensity. That is the fact. I told you guys again, I watched us Florentina, at the weekend where Amorim paired Bruno and Casemiro, no intensity. Casemiro don't have those legs anymore. Bruno is not a good tackler. Bruno does not have intensity. Casemiro, no intensity. The only person that have little intensity is Ugarte. But Ugarte with his tacklings, not so good. So to be honest with you people, we have no intensity in that midfield. We have no ball carrier in that midfield. We don't have it. We don't at all. So I understand where Amorim is coming from. That midfield have nobody to break or play perfectly well. Ugarte can do that. Ugarte, that's why we brought in Ugarte. But I don't know if the Premier League is too fast for Ugarte, but you saw that last season. Sometimes he's running and making those tackles. Sometimes, nah. He can't bring out the ball from the back. I saw him in Atlanta here in my home city, against, who did we play again? Against Everton. That first goal that Everton scored, his mistake. He is not good at carrying the ball. He tried it, he was dispossessed, and Everton scored. So I understand where Amorim is coming from, wanting Carlos Baleba, but at the same time, spending 100 million on Carlos Baleba. This for a 22-year-old could be risky also. At the same time, sacrificing getting you a goalkeeper for Carlos Baleba is also risky. You know, I, I would want the Carlos Baleba. I'm dying for Carlos Baleba. I hope we get him. At the same time, I hope we don't end up with Onana this season as our number one, or even buying there as number two. Two of them, not good at all. So we'll have the best players, but if we don't have a good goalkeeper to stop the goals from going in, we're in trouble. We are in big, big, big trouble. So we have we have very good defense. You know, Matthias delete Leniero, Harry Maguire, wonderful. I believe this three will start in that defense line even against Arsenal. Very, very good. I'm very, very comfortable with that defense line, but I'm uncomfortable with Onana. That's where I stand, you know. But that midfield is quite a problem, especially against Arsenal. Arsenal have very, very, very good midfield. And these days they will tell you that midfield wins every football game. Arsenal have a wonderful, wonderful midfield. Partey left, but Arsenal is still very, very equipped when it comes to that central midfield. We are lacking. I love Kobe. Kobe needs to play alongside a player that have intensity, a player that could break up play, a player that could carry the ball. Kobe knows how to keep the ball. Kobe knows how to take care of the ball and massage the ball. But Kobe has no intensity. That's what a lot of people started thinking, you know, imagine Kobe and Baleba in that midfield. It's going to be awesome. Even Captain Fantastic Bruno and Baleba also is going to be awesome. Anybody that Baleba plays with, that even Casemiro is going to be awesome. That's why we brought in Ugarte to do kind of what we wanted. We want Carlos Baleba to do, but Ugarte has fallen short, people. You know, matter of fact, if only me, I would have put Ugarte up for sale. To be honest, Ugarte have no so much use. You know, when Amorim don't even know where to place Ugarte in that midfield because his tackling abilities is just unbelievable. And we're all clamoring for him, clamoring for Ugarte to get Ugarte. So I understand where Amorim stands when it comes to getting Carlos Baleba, and Amorim wants him so badly. If this is me thinking, people. Why don't you go all in for Carlos Baleba instead of going for Brian Mbeumo? I don't see so much need of Brian Mbeumo, to be honest with you people, because Ahmad could play there. Bruno can play there. Even Kobe can play there. So spending 70-something million for Brian Mbeumo, we could have gone all in for Carlos Baleba from day one. Why didn't we do that? Why did we go for Brian Mbeumo than Carlos Baleba? Get Carlos Baleba, then go for Brian Mbeumo. I don't know if you guys see the logic. But Amorim and INEOS, they know best, decided to go to Brian Mbeumo first before Carlos Baleba. But when you look at that central midfield, everybody could see that we're lacking in that midfield. But at the same time, I prefer that we get Donnarumma first. I prefer we get Emi Martinez if we can. You know, if we can. I dislike Onana. No personal vendetta against Onana, but I just dislike him in terms of being our number one goalkeeper. He's a fraud. He's a fraud, people. He has showed us. Onana lost us the Europa Cup final. To me, that goal could have been a simple save. Onana single-handedly pushed us out of the Champions League 2 seasons ago. So Onana made costly mistakes last season. Costly, silly mistakes last season. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 last season. And he's still our number one, and we haven't replaced him. That's a problem. That is a big problem. And if You guys are not seeing it. If Amorim is not seeing it, I'm seeing it. That's a big problem. If Amorim believed that our demons have left Onana, nah, that's not true. That demon will still resurface again. And I'm scared. It could be a game that we're winning 1-0, that we need maybe a big away game, maybe away to City, Liverpool, big 3 points, and he will mess it all up. Even on Sunday, I'm scared against Arsenal. He could still mess it up. But I pray maybe it's better if you do mess it up early, so everybody could see that we need the replacement ASAP. So let's say he just fumbles against Arsenal, and INEOS could see that we need a perfect replacement. But jokes aside, people, we really need a replacement ASAP for Nana. That's where I stand. Glory, glory, Manchester United.